first-time indie dev here, and I'm making my first game. So I figured, why not do a little Q&A, get you guys to ask some questions, and see where we go with this. So, without any further ado, let's see what you guys wanted to know. So, we're going to start with question 1. How many projects are you planning to make as of now, and how many of these projects of yours will we get to see within the next year or so? Now, realistically, the only game within the next year or so you'll probably see from me is My Man, the one I'm currently working on, because it is a much smaller game. And my next project that I do have lined up next, that's still in the planning phase, could be looking at a potentially multi-year dev cycle. So it's a bit of an ambitious one, but it's a project I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I just figured why not go for it. As for how many projects I'm planning to make, as of right now, I've got 3 on my mind. One being My Man, one being my cozy camping game, which I want to come back to after the next surprise game I want to work on next. It's just an idea I feel like I have to get out of my system before I work on anything else. It's just something I'm really passionate about and just excited for. So as of right now, I've only got about 3 projects planned, but I would like to do more if the opportunity arises. Alright, next question. What will your other game be like with the banana? Because I've been bored with Steam Library for months. Just haven't seen much of it. Excited for My Man 2. So I think here what's happened is there's been a little bit of a misunderstanding. The banana isn't a separate game. It's actually a... Without spoiling much, I guess a separate game mode in My Man where you can play as a banana. So it's not a whole separate game. It's just a extra bit to My Man that I'm sure you guys will have some fun with when the game releases. And that's about as much as I'm going to say there. Next question is, what type of game is My Man? Well, it's a joke game, pretty much, born from my comment section, and I just kind of added a little bit of extra spice to it. I don't really know what genre you would consider this game, if I'm being dead honest. It's just kind of its own thing, and that's what makes it fun and stupid. Next question is, will your signature hat be a character customization option in your games? Now, with My Man, you will be able to find the hat in the background, but I don't want to spoil anything, but I do plan to have some customization options in my next unannounced project, so keep an eye out. Can we hear more about your roommate? From a very passionate artist. My roommate is my partner. We've been together for around 3 years now, I think. Essentially, she just does a lot of art from a very young age, and, you know, I had the idea to make a game, and, you know, I suck at art, so we just figured we'd put our heads together and try to create something cool. That's pretty much the whole story at the moment. Maybe I'll get my partner in a separate video at some point if you guys would like to see it, and, you know, you guys could ask her some questions. Completely up to you guys if you'd want me to do that. So, yeah, we'll see. Just let me know in the comments if you want to see that. What inspired you to try make a game? Well, really, I just kind of started playing this little cozy indie game called Cast and Chill, which little quick side note here is actually where I get the background music you hear in all my shorts. So it's a fun little trivia piece for you guys right there. And I just got me the art style I just fell in love with, and it just made me want to give it a go myself, I guess, you know? I wanted to just really... Yeah, I really thought, like, yeah, I could do this. It was originally just going to be a little hobby in the background. But when I put the first video up, just out of nowhere, for my cozy camping game at the time of what I was working on, it blew up, and it just kept blowing up, and I thought, you know what, maybe I could try to do a little bit more with this. We could turn this into a bit more of a thing. So, that's kind of how this came to be, but I've always wanted to making games has always been something of an interest to me. I used to love making levels in Geometry Dash when I was younger, and I guess now having the opportunity to take it a bit further is something I guess I wanted to delve into. I just didn't expect people to get as interested as they were, and that's like even more just, I guess, made me want to try make a game. And I really hope I can put something together you guys will enjoy. Can you customize your character? And if you can, what can you customize? Now, in My Man, no, you can't. But in my next unannounced game, as I said before with the hat, there may be some customization options there. Don't want to spoil it, but I am planning some stuff. Next question is, what is the game? This is a game where you have to get to your man after coming back from work to give him a peck on the lips. But there's a few other shenanigans you can choose to get up to along the way, and also unlock some different endings, so keep an eye out. Are you still working on your original game? Yes, my cozy camping game, while I'm not actively working on it at the moment, it is still in my mind, and it is still a project one day that I will be coming back to. There are just some other projects I feel like I need to get out of my system first before I commit to this game. But yes, that game is not cancelled and is still happening. What shape will the uranium be? Probably a cube. I presume a cube, but that could change, I don't know at the moment. Bouncing in to ask, what will we see for the game you always wanted to make, as you said in one of your previous shorts, and if you may give us the genre of the game? Right, so for the game I've always wanted to make, I don't want to spoil anything about it, so I can't really say that. I've given a little bit of a hint that the hat may be customizable to some extent. The genre, though, I can give you the genre, and in one word, horror. Now that's all I'm giving you guys for now. I want to work out some other stuff before I fully announce what I'm working on, and I want to release My Man for starters. So My Man is the main focus at the moment, and then I'll shift my focus to the unannounced horror game that I have planned next. Would you ever do 3 to 4 tutorial videos? Probably not. I can't see myself doing tutorial videos because I am still as clueless myself on needing tutorial videos to get stuff done, so I don't think me making a tutorial video would be beneficial to anyone. How long is the game intended to be? For My Man, I'm not expecting it to be a massive game. I don't really have an intended time I want it to be done by. I just want to add some silly little joke things into the game, just make it a little goofy, dumb game, and however long it ends up being is however long it ends up being. Now, I'm going to be dead honest. If you're just playing the game to go give your man a peck on the cheeks, you're probably looking at maybe, 3 minutes of gameplay. But if you want to go for all the achievements that I'll add, then it'll be a bit more than that. So I would recommend going for the achievements if you want to get the most out of the game. What will you see yourself in 2 years or so? Good question. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow at this rate. My life is everywhere at the moment. I graduated school last year, so you can imagine that's been pretty hectic. I've been doing a Cert 3 in horticulture, but I've realised that when I'm doing it that I don't know if I want to do this as a full career. And then I've gotten into game design. I've been doing YouTube videos for the past 6 years of my life. Many things. Don't know what I'm doing with my life. Just hoping something I'm doing works out, really. So, as for where I see myself in 2 years, I hope somewhere good. I hope that's where I end up, because as of right now, I genuinely don't know where I'm going to be in 2 years. Hopefully I do something, do something right. Figure it out, I guess, as I go. I'd really like to know why you chose Unreal instead of Godot or Unity, since those are a lot more beginner-friendly from my understanding. Yes, they are. I don't really know why I chose to do Unreal myself, actually. I guess it's just the game engine I knew the most, and so I just thought, this is the game engine I know the most. I don't know anything about it, or how you actually make games in it. I just figured, I know it, so I may as well use it. I'll be honest, I didn't really do any research into game engines, and I have since, and I'll be honest, for the next game, I probably will switch to Unity. What would you tell yourself when you first started? Like, would you have any advice or support from where you are and what point you're at now? I'm going to be dead honest. This kind of goes back into the question from before. If I could give me starting out advice, I'd say do your research on which game engine is going to be best for a 2D pixel art themed game, because it ain't Unreal. Yeah, you can do it on Unreal, but stuff like Unity just has more options for 2D games. And it's just easier, from my understanding, to make 2D games in Unity over Unreal, since Unreal is primarily for 3D big open worlds and kind of 2D/3D hybrid games. While you can make 2D games in Unreal, there are other engines out there that just make it easier and speed up that process. So I definitely think I will be making a switch to Unity for future projects. Because at the moment, I'm struggling with Unreal big time, but yeah, we'll see what happens. How's the game going? Good. For a first time, I'm happy with how it's going. I've never made a game before, so progress is a little bit slow than I guess, originally anticipated. But hey, as long as I deliver a game I'm happy with in the end, I guess that's what matters. And hopefully, you guys are happy with too. That's also a goal, don't worry. I don't know if you've said this earlier, but what genre is the game? Once again, for my man, I don't know. It's just whatever it wants to be. For my next game, horror, and for the cozy camping game, it's just, I guess, a cozy genre, cozy game. It's meant to be relaxing. So, I guess that's pretty much the bulk of that. And that's actually all the questions I have for today. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who participated in this little Q&A. Apologies if I did miss any questions. I hope I got around to you all. If I did miss any, pop them down in the comments and I'll just answer down there. And yeah, that's pretty much going to sum up this Q&A. Just wanted to say thank you guys for supporting the project. It really means a lot. I really hope I can give you guys a stupid joke game you'll like and a proper game up next as well that you guys will hopefully really enjoy as well, especially if you are a fan of the horror genre. I just hope I can deliver and just make a good game. But either way, I thank you guys so much for the support, and if you do wish to support me, completely optional by the way, it's up to you. I do have a Buy Me a Coffee, which has a link in my bio. The funds for that just go into helping with the Steam page fee, because you need to do $100 to essentially put a game up, and that's obviously coming out of my own money. I don't have a set funding or anything for this game, so if you do choose to donate, which is completely your choice and is much appreciated if you do, all the funds for that go back into the game, and anything excess is just to help me out in my day-to-day life. So yeah, that's about it. See you in the next one.